everyone, welcome to V2B Academy and I welcome you all to the class on South America mapping. So today we are starting with, we are continuing with South America mapping. Okay, in the last classes we have completed the deserts part. Okay, in today's class we are going to continue with the plateaus, and tomorrow's class will be about grasslands, and day after tomorrow will be covering rivers. With that, South America starting mapping will be finished. Okay, I'm very happy to tell that. Okay, so let's start. Let me revise you all the things that we have read in the last class. So we know in every class we are trying to revise whatever we have learned in the last classes, so that the names will become very much familiar to you, and locations will also become very much familiar to you. Everything will be in your fingertips. Okay, so largest to smallest continent by area. So largest one is Asia, next Africa, next North America, next South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Okay, so then we have seen the oceans, and we are studying about South America, so which is bounded by Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. And I have told you Colombia is the only state in South America, only country in the South America which is bounded by two oceans. Okay, here it is located. Colombia's capital is Bogota, right? So let's try to locate the locations. So here it is French Guiana, here it is Guyana. Okay, this is French Guiana, whose capital is Caen, and which is famous for Kourou, which is hosting a aerial rocket launching station, which is of France. Second one is Suriname, whose capital is Paramaribo, and third one is Guyana, whose capital is Georgetown. Next one is Venezuela. Venezuela's capital, just remember it is Caracas. Because I've told you car and van, in this way you need to remember. Venezuela van, Caracas is car. So in that way you have to remember the capital. Here it is Maracaibo. Maracaibo is an oil port. And then we have seen Colombia. Colombia's capital is Bogota, and it is the only country of South America which is bounded by two oceans. One is Pacific Ocean, one is Atlantic Ocean. Right. Next it is Ecuador. Ecuador capital is Quito, not Kyoto. Okay, Quito. And here it is Galapagos Island, which is also a part of Ecuador. Next, this is Peru. Peru's capital is Lima. Lima is famous for phosphates and basically the total Peru is famous for phosphates and nitrates. Okay, and next here it is Chile, the longer one. Okay, the lengthier one. This is totally Chile. Chile is famous for copper. Okay, Chuquicamata, and it is hosting a place named Arica. Arica is the driest place over there. And Chile's capital we have seen as a Santiago. And in the Pacific Ocean there lies an island which belongs to Chile, that is Eastern Island. And Chile is also having a place called Cape Horn. And here ours is Argentina. Argentina's capital Buenos Aires. Here it is Lithium Triangle. ABC countries are actually coming under Lithium Triangle. Bolivia's capital is La Paz. La Paz is the world's highest capital, and Sucre is the judicial capital of Bolivia. And Paraguay's capital is Asuncion, and also Uruguay's capital is Montevideo. And in Brazil, Brazil's capital is Brasilia, and it is having a place named Carajás, which is a famous place for iron ore extraction. And also Brazil is the only country which is passing through two latitudes in South America. One is equator, one is Tropic of Capricorn. So from the Tropic of Capricorn it passes, and there is a place named Sao Paulo, which is directly passing through Tropic of Capricorn, which is a famous coffee port. And to the south of it lies Santos Port, which is also famous for fazenda. And to the north of it there lies a Rio de Janeiro, which is also a port, and it is famous for Copacabana beach. Okay, so that was about Brazil. So this is the revision of the countries that are located. And in the South Pacific Ocean there is an island named Falkland Island, which belongs to UK. Okay, next in the class 3 we have seen about lakes. So in the lakes I have told you about Lake Maracaibo. Again, there is a port named Maracaibo that we have seen, that is an oil port. And at the same location we have Lake Maracaibo. This is the largest lake of South America, and it's Earth's lightning capital. And then we have seen two other lakes, Lake Titicaca, which is between Peru and Bolivia and is the highest navigable lake. And in Bolivia there is a lake named Popo Lake. Popo Lake is getting dried up, so this is the driest lake. Okay, this is the lake which is getting dried up, because of which it is in the news. It will be in the news often. Okay, next lake is Lake Lagoa dos Patos or Lake Patos, which is the largest lagoon lake of Brazil. Okay, so these are important lakes that are there as part of South America. And then we have seen mountains in the class 4. So in Colombia there is a mountain named Mountain Cordillera, and in Equator there is a mountain named Cotopaxi and Chimborazo. Cotopaxi is an active volcano, and then Chimborazo. Okay, in Peru we have two important mountains. One is Huascaran and one is El Misti. Huascaran is an active volcano again. And then in between Chile and Argentina we have Ojos del Salado, which is the highest active volcano in the world. And to the south of it there is a Aconcagua. This is a place which is a highest peak of South America, and it is also an extinct volcano. These are different mountains that are located. Okay, and I've told you there is a largest mountain range in the South America, that is longest mountain range name is Andes. This is a fold mountain, and it is starting from Venezuela and is going through different countries. So from here it is getting started and going to Colombia, Ecuador, and then it is coming to Peru, and also it passes through Bolivia also, and also Argentina, and also Chile. In this way it is passing through 7 countries. Exception is Brazil and Paraguay, Uruguay, and also it is not passing through these 3 countries. Okay, next in the last class we have seen the deserts part. So as part of deserts we have seen two important deserts. One is Atacama desert and another one is Patagonia desert. Patagonia is in the Argentina, in between Argentina and Chile. So this is because this particular desert was formed because this was in the rain shadow area of Andes. Okay, so as westerly winds blows there, so as it is in the rain shadow zone, it will not receive enough amount of rainfall, because of which it turned into desert. Okay, this is the story that I have explained. The geographical phenomena was explained in the last class. If you haven't watched it, please watch. And here this is due to the cold ocean current, which is also known as Peruvian ocean current or Humboldt ocean current, and this is the driest desert of the world. Okay, this is Atacama desert. And now let's see the new topic, that is plateaus of South America. Okay, this is the new topic that we are learning under today's class. So let's start with the Bolivian plateau. As name suggests, it is in Bolivia, but also it is bordering with Peru. Okay, it is bordering with Peru. Here it is located. This is the Bolivian plateau. Okay, or it is also known as Altiplano plateau. Altiplano plateau. Okay, Bolivian plateau or Altiplano plateau. So basically this is related to Mount Andes. So if you look at this particular figure, you can understand Bolivian plateau is a intermontane plateau. As name suggests, it is between 2 mountains. Okay, these are Andes mountain ranges. In between them there lies a plateau whose name is Bolivia, which is in between Bolivia and Peru. Okay, as it is lying between 2 mountain ranges, it is called as intermontane plateau. Okay, intermontane plateau. Bolivian plateau is also called as Altiplano plateau, and it is related to Andes mountain. So this is the first plateau name that I wanted to make you remember. The next one is Patagonia plateau. So you might have remembered about Patagonia desert. Okay, so this desert is based on the climatic condition, and if you look at the physical features, this is a plateau area. This is a plateau area, and this is a Piedmont plateau. Why we are calling this as Piedmont plateau? We are calling it as Piedmont plateau because this lies in the foothills of the mountains. Okay, here it is Andes mountain range, and here it is Piedmont plateau. So this is in the rain shadow region, because of which it is not receiving the enough amount of rainfall from the westerlies. Okay, that is why it has turned into desert. So this is the phenomena that I have explained you. So Patagonia desert is in Argentina. So this is a Piedmont type plateau. Whereas Bolivian plateau is between Bolivia and Peru, and this is also called as Altiplano plateau, and it is a intermontane plateau between 2 mountain ranges of mountain range Andes. And other 2 important mountain ranges of the South America are in Brazil. So in the Brazil, in the north, we'll have a plateau named Borborema. Okay, Borborema. And to the south of it, Mato Grosso, mountain of Mato Grosso is present over there. Mountain of Mato Grosso. Okay, mountain of Mato Grosso. This is something which you have to remember. To the north lies Borborema, and to the south lies Mato Grosso. So these are the important plateaus of South America. Only 3 or 4 names, that is something which you have to remember and come to the next class. Only 3 or 4 places that I have made you learn today, that is something which you have to revise and come back to tomorrow's video. However, I'll make you revise whole things once again. So these many revisions will definitely help you to put all the information or to digest the information in your subconscious memory. Okay, which will definitely help you while reading the newspapers, and directly questions will be reflected in the exam paper. Okay, in the preliminary exam. Not only UPSC, if you're preparing for state PCS also, this particular locations are very, very helpful. In fact, state PCS will directly ask the questions, and they'll give the place and they'll ask for the locations. And whenever you're reading about resources, the economic resources and the industrial locations of the world, definitely these locations are going to help you to find out the things very easily and remember the things very easily. Okay. So I'll repeat all the plateaus that we have learned. One is Bolivian plateau, which is between Peru and Bolivia, which is an intermontane plateau, which is also called as Altiplano plateau. And in the Patagonia, in the Argentina, there is a Patagonia desert, we know. So that Patagonia desert is in the form of plateau, for which is a Piedmont type. So this is in the foothills of the Andes. And in the Brazil, we have Borborema plateau and mountain of Mato Grosso. Okay. Here it lies the Bolivian plateau, which is an intermontane plateau. Here it lies, okay. Here we have seen the Piedmont plateau, and here we have seen the Borborema plateau, and to the south of it Mato Grosso, mountain of Mato Grosso. So these are different plateaus of the world, okay, plateaus of the South America, I'm sorry, okay. So this was about today's video. I'm trying as simple as possible. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So I am giving few mnemonics then and there. However, mnemonics are not playing a major role in this particular classes. But what am I making you learn? What am I doing over here? I am doing a technique called revision. So this is a simple technique that every one of us know, but only few will implement it. But I am trying to implement through the classes itself, so that you can remember the locations in the class itself. However, you need to revise it when you go back to your free time or when you are having the free time, or when you are walking, or when you are doing some extra activities. You can revise the things in 5 minutes. That's it. Okay. So after completion of total South America, it will hardly take 10 minutes for you to revise all the locations that we have learned. Okay, take the blank map and visualize the things. So first try to locate all the political locations, that is the country's locations, and then the important places that we have learned from each country, and also try to locate the deserts, plateaus, mountainous regions. And in the next class we'll be seeing the grasslands. After that, in the class we'll be seeing the rivers. So with that we'll be finishing South America static places, so which will help you to revise everything in detail. Okay, thank you everyone. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video. Let's meet in the next class. Until then, take care, bye bye, and keep smiling. All the best.